Hello everyone, my name is Kaza Marie, and some of you know me as your friendly neighborhood LARP girl. Today we're going to adventure into the world of getting to know each other, and I'm here to offer advice on how to befriend someone after a LARP event. In the past few months, I've been focusing a lot on self-care, which has actually brought me really close to my friends. These friends have become like family to me, and it's really great to know that I have met every single one of them at a LARP event. I feel like through these friendships, I've made a really strong connection. At every LARP event I go to, I find forever friends. Distance separates us, as well as work and other real-world obligations. I've grown to become a better friend, and it took some heartache, and I'm often referred to as tenacious, but I feel like my experience has brought me an overwhelming amount of happiness. I always look forward to the new people and the experiences that I'm going to have at a LARP event. I feel like there may be some other people out there who intend on going to a LARP event and want to make friends with people who are there. I didn't have a lot of friends when I started LARPing, and it was through LARP that I feel like I have some of the best friends I'll ever have. And I'm looking forward to making more of them. I feel like others hope to make friends at LARP too. Perhaps there was a misconnection, or they didn't know how, or they want some advice before they go to a LARP event. To begin your journey on how to befriend someone at a LARP event, you must look inwards and figure out what can you do to start the friendship. This knowledge should only be used to befriend mermaids, cursed princesses, and little fierce warriors that make your squad complete. For your first plotline or quest, the advice that I have to give for you is to go on a new adventure with someone you've never adventured with before. Start a new party! Here is where your character can discover their personal interests in the plotline. Interacting with new people can take you on many new adventures. This is the first and most important step in making friends with someone. Another really great way to befriend a fellow LARPer is to also get to know them a little bit out of game. A really great place to do this is in the debriefs and afters of a LARP event. A debrief is often right after an event. Usually a quiet room is dedicated for players to enjoy the session. There are often guiding questions given out to players, such as, what is a takeaway from your LARP character? What have you learned about yourself? Or what would you have done differently? You might also get a question like, do you feel like you had any missed opportunities? These questions allow a player to process what happened at the LARP event, and it's an important part of the process if you're trying to work out something that may have happened at an event that's emotional, or if you want to formally talk about how much excitement you had at the event. If you're unfamiliar with the term afters, it's very similar to the debriefing process. It's a little bit more casual. Afters is when a group of people get together after a LARP event and they go get some food and they hang out for a while and they ask about how much fun each other had. Sometimes formal debriefing questions will be given, but again, this is something that is usually just a bit more fun, and you get to talk about what you're going to do at the next event or what you're going to be making throughout to prepare for that event. Both afters and debriefing can be an exciting way to get to know someone after a LARP event. This is a great way to talk about our interactions with characters, how we felt about them, and what we're hoping to do in the future. Debriefing and afters is probably one of my favorite things to do at a LARP event, mainly because I like exploring the debriefing process for the academic side of why did my character do this and how do I feel about it. And then I also really like afters because who doesn't want to get together and eat a bunch of food and just talk about how amazing the LARP event was? So debrief and afters is a really important part of becoming a part of the LARP community, as well as getting to know somebody and befriend them. As you head home, you might ask yourself, what is my next step in my quest for befriending someone at a LARP event? I'll advise you to join the community forums. A lot of LARPs have websites that you can visit that have great forums for you to communicate to everyone on. You can also do that on Facebook. Majority of LARPs have a Facebook page or a Facebook group that you're able to connect with. You can ask the GM formal questions about what do I do with my character. Generally on the community forums, this is a place for people to leave their personal comments about the time that they had at the event. You can talk about joining a squad, you can talk about what you're going to do between games. You can also ask if people want to make connections, or if there is a grand arc plot line that everybody's working on that you can contribute to. Joining some sort of community forum says, hey, I'm here in your community and I'm loving it and I want to be a part of it. This also gives you a great idea for who wants to connect socially with fellow LARPers. So if you're looking for someone that you had connected with at the LARP event or through your debrief or at afters, you can often find them on this forum, and this is a safe place for you to feel comfortable reaching out to them. These past 3 steps have been a little obvious. I wanted to make sure that I had a clean introduction for the next few steps. I wanted to make sure that everybody could follow along. I have had a few people message me about this topic specifically, and they have struggled with the first 3 steps, and I wanted to make sure that everybody had an opportunity to connect. So I hope that the first 3 steps have been useful on your quest. If not, be prepared. The next 2 steps are going to be a little tricky because they take you out of the acquaintance zone and into the squad zone. And this one might be a little hard. It's definitely a little difficult for me, but invite people to come hang out. I often forget this myself, but I have made a little bit of a routine for myself so that my friends know that they are always welcome to come over to my house on a certain day, and I make dinner for them when I can, and we just enjoy each other's company. This has led to a lot of really, really amazing friendships, and I think that is probably the success of all of the warmth that I've been feeling recently. Now, inviting somebody over to hang doesn't necessarily mean that you have to invite them over to your house. That means that you can organize a community event. Or perhaps maybe you're going to another LARP event and you want to invite others to come with you. Easy way to start making new friends is to invite them out to do things that you like. Perhaps there is a concert you really want to go to, share it on your Facebook or message these people privately to invite them out if they have the same interests. It is a great way to get to know people. Once you've been hanging out regularly, it becomes pretty easy to consider yourself someone's friend. If you really want to make an impact to tell them that you care, then this 5th and final step on your journey to befriending a LARPer might be a little tough, but it's worth it. The next step in your journey is going to be to do something for them to show them that you care. Breaking your way into becoming a friend to someone is asking them how their day is, and wanting to genuinely know how things are going for them. You don't just have to be a shoulder to cry on. You can be someone that uplifts them, that when a LARP scene comes their way, you play a supporting role in their story. You might throw a birthday party for them, or see that they're feeling blue and take them out to lunch. There's a lot of things that you can do to show someone that you care. It doesn't have to be grand and surely shouldn't be romantic if your intentions are to make friends, but they should be something that comes from the heart and says, hey, thinking about you. And it's as simple as a, how you doing? I always hope to be a good friend to the people that matter most to me, and I am always welcoming new people to mean most to me, and I really look forward to making friends at every LARP event I go to. For a long time I had a lot of walls that were up, and they kept me bound and they kept me alone, and as soon as I started bringing those walls down and communicating and telling people what I liked, what I didn't like, what my hopes and dreams and goals were, and the more people that knew that and knew that I supported them in all of theirs, they would support me. And I feel like over the past few months I've been getting these big warm hugs from all of my friends, physically, in my everyday life, or in my internet world. I have just been very, very blessed to have great friends. Majority of them are LARPers that I have met by going to LARP events, and I hope that this video has helped you in some way and gets you to make a friend or two. Having friends at a LARP event can really turn it around. If you are having a bad time or have had a bad day, if your friends are there, they can cheer you up or help you get your mind off of things as you recover. Thank you so much for watching this video. It means a lot to me. And I hope that all of my friends know that this video is dedicated to them. Now that you've fulfilled your destiny and made friends at a LARP event, I will send you on your way. If you take the time to subscribe to my channel, you will see that I make videos often regularly. There'll be links in the description on how you can support this channel. Don't forget to leave your comments below, and see you next time on the battlefield. I'm not reshooting that.
Cinder's love is here. Cinder, I'm sending you love on your journey for the battlefield, and you're just too busy to talk to me because you're amazing and everybody loves you. So, if I don't get a chance, I just want you to let me know, and I wish you the best of luck today.